Türkiye HAK-İS Konfederasyonu ve HAK-İS Kadın Komitesi adına İTUC 4. Genel Kurulu'nu saygıyla selamlıyorum. HAK-İS olarak gerek ulusal, gerekse uluslararası arenada çalışma yaşamının aktif ve saygın emekçileri olarak kadınlara yakışan etkinliklerimizi sürdürmekteyiz. İTUC AP, PÖRK ve ETUC kadın komitelerinde aktif olarak çalışmalar yapmaktayız. İTUC'un kadın ve kadınlara yönelik önem verdiğini biliyoruz. HAK-İS bunu dikkate alarak daha hızlı yol almaktadır. HAK-İS olarak uluslararası arenada etkin bir rol üstlenerek uluslararası kadın eğitim seminerleri düzenliyoruz. Ayrıca diğer ülkelerdeki kadın sendikacılara Türkiye'deki eğitimleri için burs çalışması yapmaktayız. Kadın çalışma oranı dünya genelinde olduğu gibi ülkemizde de artışını sürdürmektedir. Kadın çalışma oranı Türkiye'de 10 yılda %10 artarak %34.6'ya yükselmiştir. HAK-İS olarak kadın çalışma oranının Avrupa seviyeleri olan %60'lara çıkartılması için çalışmalar yapmaktayız. Tüm dünyada kadınların çalışma hayatında daha aktif rol almaları, çalışma hayatının kadın odaklı olarak düzenlenmesi zorunluluğunu getirmektedir. Doğum izni, süt izni, çocuk bakımı ve benzeri konularda hükümetlere ve biz sendikacılara daha çok görev düşmektedir. HAK-İS olarak fıtratta farklılık, haklarda eşitlik diyoruz. Başta kadın hakları olmak üzere toplumsal cinsiyet algısı, mobbing, iş ve aile yaşamının uyumlaştırılması eğitimleri vermekteyiz. Kadınların sendikal hayatta daha çok var olması için tüm kademelerinde delege, temsilci, sendika yönetim, denetim ve disiplin kurullarında görev almaları için sendikal hayatta kadın temsili eğitimi vermekteyiz. Bugün HAK-İS üye sayısının %25'i kadındır. Biz HAK-İS olarak toplumsal cinsiyet eşitliği konusunda geldiğimiz noktayı 8 Mart Dünya Kadın Emekçileri Günü'nde 12.000 kadın, 10.000 erkekle toplam 22.000 üyemizle hep birlikte kutlayarak gösterdik. HAK-İS olarak 22.000 kadın zirvelerini kolaylıkla başarabiliyoruz. HAK-İS'li kadınlar HAK-İS'ten talep ediyorlar. Birlikte mücadele ediyorlar. Anne, eş ve iş kadını olma misyonunu birlikte üstlenen kadınlarımız dünyanın her bölgesinde cinsiyet ayrımcılığı, ücret adaletsizliği ve şiddete maruz kalmaktadır. Yaşanan savaşlardan en çok etkilenen, bedenen ve ruhen yıpranan yine kadınlarımızdır. Kadına yönelik şiddet her yaştan, her öğrenim düzeyinden, medeni durumu ne olursa olsun maalesef kadınların acı bir gerçeğidir. 25 Kasım Kadına Yönelik Şiddetle Mücadele Günü'nde kadın ve erkek tüm üyelerimizle kadına yönelik şiddete son diyerek ayrımcılığı yenerek birlikte dur dedik. Eğer biz gücümüzü ve birlikteliğimizi ortaya koyarsak daha adaletli bir dünyayı birlikte inşa edebiliriz. İçinde yaşadığımız toplumun bütün bireylerine zarar veren ve aileye zarar veren kadına yönelik şiddet ve ayrımcılığın artık hayatımızdan tamamen çıktığı bir dünya ümit ediyor, saygılar sunuyorum.
Dear sisters and brothers, myself, I'm J.R. Bhosle. I'm from HMS India. India is one of the developing countries. In case of India, we have started a movement, say more than 2 decades before, by late brother Muhammad Purohitji, for right of employment should be a constitutional right. And we are the first central trade union organization who rose the voice for this purpose. To some extent, we were impressed on at that time by the government, but could not achieve fully because the rate of unemployment is risen day by day. In case of this building workers' power. In the year July 1999, there was change in government policies, and due to that change of government policy, that is liberalization, privatization, the position was further worsened. And instead of uh, building workers' powers, the workers' power is weakened. And now, in today's scenario, in India, we are fighting for job security. Another subject in this connection is a social security. In case of social security in our country, there are no guaranteed social security for all workforce in India. There is a separate law for the government employees, there is a separate law for the private employees, there is a separate law. And in case of unorganized sector, there is no law and their social security is not at all protected. In case of government employees and the politicians, the social security is guaranteed. And that is much beneficial also. But that was also finished by January 2004. At that time, the India government was in rule and they have introduced a new pension scheme. Those who are appointed after 1/1/2004, that old pension scheme, which was much beneficial, and according to that scheme, even spouses and widow daughters, unmarried daughters, handicapped sons were entitled for social security benefit till their death, which is not available to the government employees appointed after 1st January 2004. In case of industrial workers and banking employees, LIC, the one scheme was introduced, social security scheme was introduced in the year 1995, but it is not much beneficial. The pension they are getting is very meager, and in case of a new pension scheme, now I also belongs to All India Railway Federation, AIRF, and we are fighting for the equal pension to equal all, which struggle we are uh, having in India today, but the today's government is not listening to workers' voice, and therefore I request this ITUC. In future, this struggle is going to take, and for at that time we will expect solidarity or support from the ITUC. As far as changes in law is concerned, we are in very bad situation. Present government have proposed changing the around 30, 37 laws into 4 codes. One is a industrial code, another is a wages, third one is a social security, and fourth is a social security at workplace. Now, our demand is for changes in law in favor of the workers, whereas the government of India today changing the law in favor of employers and multinationals. There also the slogan of changes in law in Indian circumstances, we have to fight more and more because the our present government attitude is not in favor of the working class. So I also request the labor of the world, wherever such situation is there, all the workers of the world should unite and to fight for each other for bringing their normal life is in a good, and for having a better job security and social security all over the world. Thank you.
Uh, my name is Ath Thorn. I'm from the Cambodia Labor Confederation from Cambodia. This time I raise the situation of the labor in Cambodia. The Cambodia is the one country in ASEAN. We are is during the 1993 we had just changed the political from the socialist to the democratic. In this democratic, we also have the space for the freedom of association and also the competition with the business and also the multiple party to the little country. And after 1993, we have the special agreement between U.S. and Cambodia and another also in EU. Is exporting to U.S. and EU is without tax. Now, see, if we look at to the situation of that, because we have the opportunity to export the product to EU or US, we are have the more or less a million of workers are working in the garment industry, and other colleagues work in agriculture and also the other some plantation area. And about the working condition, because the new business model in Cambodia, we are a lot of challenges, especially the freedom of association and the working condition. Our worker are a lot of violation, and we try to organize the trade union to respond with that situation. But from time to time, we are hardly to work with this situation because the company and also some authority are in the line together, and we are very hard to struggle with that. And during the 2010 and 2012, we also have try to do the campaign, the general strike in 2013. To demand for increased working condition and also to increase the minimum wage. That time, we are a lot of pressure from the company and authority, and some of them are injured, some of them are arrested, and some of them are charging. Since 2013 until now, this lawsuit against union leader, especially the independent union, something like me, I have 7 cases under criminal case, and other colleague around less than 100 cases from 50 company are now the charging. And in this also we have a lot of challenges from the law. The government created the trade union law, and this law is slow down our activity and also minimize the freedom of association. For example, most of the union leader, especially the independent union, not easy to work or struggle for the worker rights. All the union have existing 20 years ago have to register again, and the register process is very complicated, and including the register for the more representative status. Now, we cannot represent worker to bring the case to the court or to the arbitration council. Otherwise, many of cases that we have done 2015, 16, around 400 to 300 to 400 cases. Now is a bit less than 4 to 6 T cases a year. This one because we cannot represent all the worker. And another thing, right now we are also under the pressure from the court, because of the court is the one of the pressure to us with some time. When I try to conduct or demand or strike or struggle to promote the worker right, I am is the one of the charging again. So because now is the EU and US try to asking government to change or to relax step to ensure that the agreement between EU and US is should be implemented. Now the government in Cambodia and try to relax step. And last week when I before I come here, the government they asking to submit the case to settle. They willing to settle the case, and also we have sent some case to the government. And last Thursday, one of my case hearing, the prosecutor prosecute me. I will be faced around 5 years in jail, even though the plaintiffs dropped the court case, but the prosecutors still want to the charging against us. So this one is our situation, and in this situation, in Cambodia, we would like to request for ITUC and affiliate of the ITUC to helping and promoting the union in Cambodia to be more freely and continue struggle to promote the freedom of association and worker right in Cambodia. Thank you.
「連合の仲間の皆さん、コズです。こちらデンマークのコペンハーゲン、9時50分を回ったところです。今当地で、ITUC の世界大会開催をされています。昨日、書記長選挙は実施をされました。シャランバロー現書記長が再選を果たされました。そのことをご報告しておきたいと思います。私たちの推したスザンナ・カムストさん、残念ながら惜敗をされました。しかし、その得票全体の 48% ということです。スザンナさんの評価が一定の範囲で広がったということに合わせて、世界の仲間、これ ITUC の運動に相当の危機感を持っている、そのことの表れでもあったと思っています。私たちは、連合は、この世界の仲間としっかりと結束をして、分断ではない、しっかりと団結をして、この ITUC の運動を支えていかなければなりません。そして、とりわけ ITUC-AP、アジア太平洋の仲間と共に手を取り合って前に進んでいかなければなりません。そして、特に途上国のそれぞれ大変な苦労をされている仲間、そこに向けてしっかりとこのサポートをしていく。連合としての役割がそこにある。国際労働財団、ジラフとともにですね、力を合わせて前に進んでいかなければならない。そのことも申し上げておきたいと思います。そしてもう一つご報告しておきたいと思います。この間、分断を何とか避けなければならない。あるいは、いかなる選挙結果においても結束をしていこうということで、世界の主要組織、イギリスの TUC、そしてドイツの DGB、アメリカの AFL-CIO、ロシアの FNPR、それらのトップと、私含めて5人で、実は非公式の会合を重ねてきました。昨晩も約1時間、緊急のミーティングをしたところであります。改めて、その結束を確認をし、これから、ますます ITUC の運動を支えていこう。そのことを誓い合いました。世界の労働運動の場で何が起きているか、これから様々な場で私からまたお伝えをしていきたいと思います。どうかよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
Good morning, dear delegates. On behalf of HAK-IS Confederation, it's an honor for me to address you today. The ITUC represents the largest democratic forces in the world, and its region in Asia Pacific also the largest and more complex and very diverse region. As Vice President of ITUC-AP, I would like to underline that more workers in the region become precarious and informal. Furthermore, corporate restructuring takes place more often with massive dismissals, without paying any compensation and without consulting trade unions. In Asia Pacific, the income inequality goes up contrary to the other regions. Over 225 million workers are working and living in countries where they were not born. Many of them are working under slavery conditions. Migrant domestic workers are the most exploited. Migrant issue is extremely substantial issue for us and for all. Turkey has mass migration, especially from Syria and Iraq. More than 3.5 million refugees are hosted by Turkey. As HAK-IS, we don't only welcome refugees, but take responsibility to integrate them into the labor movements, into the society by giving them vocational trainings and teaching Turkish language courses. We want international community to involve in this issue actively. Peace and democracy should be restored in the region. No need to mention urgently in Syria, Palestine, and in Myanmar. As HAK-IS, we always try to see beyond the horizon and ready to take responsibility. We develop strategies to implement them successfully. We are fighting against informal economy. We have been struggling for better jobs and developing vocational training programs. We have been fighting to ensure safe working conditions. We have been developing organizing workers across all industries. We have been fighting to defend the rights and freedoms. HAK-IS especially always play a leading role to increase women participation into trade union movements, employment, as well as in the society. We actively work to fight with violence against women by implementing projects and campaigns. Currently, we have achieved a labor reform to transform 1 million subcontracting workers into regular employment status of public sectors in Turkey. This is one of the biggest reforms in history of working life. We should underline the fact that Turkey has been transforming into and towards sustainable and balanced development despite all the deficiencies, obstacles, delays, shortcomings, and challenges. We know there are much to do in order to go from current situation to national and global justice. However, we are prepared to encounter challenges and problems, all of these, and we must never forget that workers always pay the ultimate price. We will continue to our trade union struggle for rights and freedoms in Turkey and in the world, with solidarity and contribution of ITUC and ITUC-AP, of course. ITUC should encourage positive developments in the field of rights and freedoms in our countries by appreciating our initiatives as much as it provides solidarity actions by protesting. I would like to finish by thanking ITUC team for all successful work they have been committed, and also ITUC AP Secretariat, and congratulate re-election of General Secretary Sharon Barrow. Building workers' power and changing rules depend upon unity, solidarity, and sustainability. Thank you.
Yeah, if you want.
Invasion.
They'll give us the video file.
Just make sure you give him a big smile.
Ready? Hello, my name's Alan Hicks. I'm the National Secretary of the Electrical Trades Union of Australia, and I'm here at the ICTU Congress as part of the ACTU delegation. We wanted to send a clear message today, a message of solidarity to the workers in Longford, Victoria. Today marks their 533rd day where they've been fighting for fairness. 533 days ago, they were sacked by UGL, by CIMIC, and they're offered their jobs back the very next day using loopholes in the current Australian workplace laws at 40 to 60% less. This is an absolute disgrace, and this corporate greed has been condoned by ExxonMobil. So we want workers of the world to know and understand. We want unions of the world to know and understand that we need to send a clear message to ExxonMobil. We need to send a clear message to UGL. We need to send a clear message to CIMIC that this corporate greed will not be tolerated, it will not be condoned, and we will do everything in our power to ensure these workers are restored back to their rightful place at that workplace for good wages and conditions. Solidarity to you guys, the workers at Longford, Victoria.
This is a shout out to all the people in Longford from Copenhagen. We're here taking your message of what has happened, the corporate greed of ExxonMobil and your fight, the fact that you have stayed out for that long and you've stood up for the fair go, for the values that we hold in Australia dear. So there's a big shout out to you and to let you know that we're spreading the message here and that we won't stop and we'll keep fighting until the rules are changed and we change them for all Australian workers.
Hi to everybody, all our friends and comrades at Longford. We want to let you know that your fight is actually a fight that's happening all over the world. Here in Copenhagen, we've been hearing about workers and unions struggling because companies are using the same tactics that have been used against you. Companies that have actually decided that instead of taking responsibility for the workers that do the hard labour that make their profits, they're going to outsource the work, use complicated legal structures to drive down pay and conditions and to not take responsibility for the lives and conditions of the families that do the hard work for them. So we are sending you solidarity from over here, but we want you to know that this is a global struggle and that we've been part of making sure that we're fighting in Australia to change the rules so no other worker ever has to face what you faced, but also that we're part of that global strategy, global struggle to win justice and fairness for workers. All solidarity to you. We know that this is a fight that's for every worker and your courage is one that we want to thank you for. Solidarity!